Ganessa, I have a question for you.
Sure.
We're all dressed up. We're here at BRIC. What are we doing here?
Well, we're here to hear some music from two really distinct but very interesting bands that are here in New York. F.A.M.E, which is a Filipino traditional-based ensemble, and BombaYo, which is Puerto Rican traditional-based music. And we're just really excited to see what's going to happen when all this music comes together.
So the two groups are meeting each other for the first time. They're hearing each other's music for the first time. And then we're going to put them together, and that's the 21st century.
We're going to see what happens.
I played with BombaYo maybe 5 or 6 different times, so I know that they can go into all kinds of situations and sound good and find their way, and they always bring something special. Bomba is such a joyous music, and the dance is incredible. We don't know what today's going to be like. We're just really grateful that you're here with us. Everything from here on out is going to be under a cloud of mystery, but it's all good mystery, and this is very exciting, so here we go.
Al ingenio, al ingenio. Al ingenio María que hay bomba en la central. Al ingenio, al ingenio. Eso. Al ingenio María que hay bomba en la central. Ay, en la central, en la central. Al ingenio María que hay bomba en la central.
The yo in BombaYo, it means myself or self in Spanish. So for me, it starts from within. I think that transformation, that connection to culture, that rootedness, that all starts from within.
For me, it was more about identity. When I saw Bomba for the first time, I think I was about 40 years old. And even at that age, I'd never been to Puerto Rico, you know? And so when I saw Bomba, it was like I felt Puerto Rico. It was like, you know, something that I really felt it inside of me. It's a music, it gets, you know, goes over 400 years, you know, the oldest African-derived music in Puerto Rico. It came from a group of enslaved Africans that was brought to the island. Something about Bomba helped me connect with something that I think taught me a little bit more about my own history.
Since we're New Yorkers, yo also means yo. in the street, everybody knows what yo is. It's to call it, you know, someone's attention to something. If you say yo, you're gonna turn and you're gonna look and see what's going on. So that's kind of, you know, calling attention to something that's been marginalized, something that, you know, has been undervalued, almost even demonized, like any African-based cultural music.
You know, what we're talking about is a music, a tradition that stayed alive during the African diaspora. And so wherever it would go, that culture, the drum, the song, the dance, those are the elements. The most important piece in the bomba for me is the dance. There are two principal drums that are used. This drum plays the bass rhythm, it gives the foundation, then the dancer just adds flavor with movements. Those movements are interpreted with my drum. I catch those movements, all improvised, I follow, and sometimes it's so perfectly done, it looks like a choreography, but it's not. What you see is all improvised.
It's sort of like a conversation, you know, as you talk, and maybe when you're talking to your friend, you know, you start talking on top of each other, your voices start getting higher and accelerating. We sort of transplant that into a nonverbal communication. And how powerful is that when we think of our ancestors who were slaves, and this was maybe their only time to connect with themselves and to their community in a real way. When we engage with bomba, we know that there's a deep, deep roots to that. And there's power in holding whatever you have as a tool to communicate.
That was awesome. That was really, really good.
I liked it. It was unique. I never heard it before.
I liked when they harmonized and then all of the voices came together and sounded like one.
And it's only going to get even more musical because we have with us a very special guest, F.A.M.E, the Filipino Arts and Music Ensemble. The participants here are youth, ranging from elementary school all the way up through high school. And we're really, really glad to have you with us.
Hector Martinez, thank you so much for being here. Can you tell us a little bit about the group, how long you've been going, and how the music works? Is it improvised like BombaYo?
We've been going on for 10 years now, and most of the arrangements that we do are all written out. So all these students read music, and we come together, they go home, practice their music, they come together, we put everything together.
Great, well thank you, I can't wait to hear it.
Sure, thank you. F.A.M.E is a collection of kids who come in and practice Filipino folk instruments. Most of the songs that we play come from the Philippines. They are Filipino folk songs that we sing at the fiestas that we have.
The mission of Filipino Arts and Music Ensemble is to promote and preserve the Philippine culture and heritage.
The Filipino folk music comes from Spain, especially the instruments that we have over here. We have a guitar, we have a double bass. This is a bandurria. Usually the bandurrias play the melodies. We also have an octavina. They do play melodies as well, but more of counterpoint. There's some kind of Mexican influence to the way we play. We have rhythms of the habanera. Although it's slower, we make it into a love song. We play polkas. And we play waltzes. One more time, making sure that those single notes are together. Ta, pok, ta, pok, ta, okay? 1, 2, we also dance. There is a sense of focus for a group, especially kids, because sometimes kids nowadays, it's very individualistic, especially in America. But here, you have to lose your certain individuality to be part of that group. But first of all, it's to have fun with each other. Joke around, play around, kid around, eat pizza, and Filipino spaghetti, because it's different from the Italian spaghetti. The kids learn how to play this instrument. There's discipline, there's culture, there's camaraderie. When all is gone, when they're in their own lives in the future, one of these days, they'll take up that instrument, start playing again, or if not, lead a new group.
I didn't hear that music before, but it was kind of similar to our countryside music. And I kind of find various tunes where we were thinking, oh, this sounds like this one, and this sounds like this other one. So it feels kind of familiar. It was beautiful.
I think it's incredible to see young people keeping traditions alive and feeling it. It felt so calming and so smoothing, and I felt like we call música jíbara, mountain music, with, very string guitar oriented.
And now we're about to do something really interesting.
We're going to go deep into the 21st century to the Puerto Rican Filipino axis.
What happens when we hear some traditional bomba music being played alongside, underneath, through some Filipino traditional music? And I think it's going to be really interesting, and we can't wait to hear what the result is going to be.
Based on that familiar sound that we have already, we're going to try to blend it in with what we know and kind of go back and forth with the sounds that they're bringing up.
I think it's gonna sound great because their beat with our melody, I think it's just gonna sound really good.
I'll trade you. I want to try yours.
Oh, try this one.
All right. There we go. What's this called?
Octavina.
Octavina?
Yeah.
Wow, this is so cool.
You master that instrument. No matter what kind of attitude anyone has towards it, they cannot take that from you. You go to your grave with the knowledge of your culture and your tradition. And when you have that, you're always secure.
That's it.
That's your arrangement?
That's their melody. Okay. Now, BombaYo 2, you could do re, do sharp, ti, la, fa sharp. When they started to sing first, I was thinking, okay, maybe this is the song we might be doing. So I listened to your melody, and I tried to figure it out on the mandolins, and these are the notes that I figured out from what you sang. So it's basically like 4 or 5 notes. I said, okay, we could just play on that one, maybe make some chords in that one.
Obviously, there are 2 different groups playing 2 quite different pieces of music. So right in and of itself, like that seems like a hurdle, but it might not be.
And this is New York, where this kind of thing is happening
every day.
unofficially on every street corner,
Right.
people.
That'll work.
Just try it, see if it works.
Al ingenio, María cae bomba en la central. Al ingenio,
Do you need them to change the key? Because there may not be anymore.
María cae bomba en la central. En la central. Al ingenio María cae bomba en la central. Al ingenio.
Okay, can we do that one more time? It's a different key.
Okay.
I think you're...
Maybe we can go into the
Yeah, take it, because we were taking it from a while ago.
Okay.
And we was like, it was a bit lower now.
might
Could you
be
give it
easier
a
for
fa
us to go
sharp?
into the key.
Right.
Aligenio, F.A.M.E.
That's okay?
Yeah?
That's okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll do the bottom voice.
Let's try. I'll just play the drum, the rhythm, and then you bring that in, and let me see if I can just come into.
Okay. We could do that.
Right,
We could start with
maybe.
the drums, and then we
Right.
got tremolo. When they start singing, do the pulsing though. It sounds pulsing is better, but for now tremolo. And I'll tell you when to change.
Any variation of that.
Yeah.
The drums might drown out the strings. It might have to be a bit lighter on
Yeah,
the
we're gonna
drums.
do that. We're gonna do that.
Yeah.
That's why I want to hear it. If I start off first, I'm gonna start off strong. But if I hear the strings first, then I'll go underneath the strings.
Oh, cool.
Okay, so why don't we start with, let's try this. 3, and. Wait, okay. Yeah, the second. Fa sharp.
Ay, sobra solo niño cuando canta. Al ingenio María cae bomba en la central.
You could be more creative with the rhythm that you're playing. Be creative.
Ay, vamos a cantar, vamos a celebrar nuestra herencia africana y ellos vamos a bailar. ¡Hey! taxes. I had to control myself because when it immediately started, I just wanted to cry because the voices, everything came together. It was like I was in heaven. It just took me somewhere else. And
you're in a trance, isn't it?
Yeah. It was hard to believe that this is happening. So, it was beautiful, man. Beautiful.
You guys came together so naturally. It was beautiful. I mean, from out here, it was like a magical and beautiful sound.
It was so crazy. It seemed so easy, too. It seemed like it just happened.
We could do this. We could actually play together. And it gives a nice rhythmic excitement to what we do because we don't have rhythms.
Right.
So once you come in, it's like, it feels much more danceable.
Right.
What if we decide to end with the dance party and we find maybe one note or something that could be for anyone who wanted to do a little bit of playing, but if we maybe end with a bomba song, if you want to sort of take the lead on that, but just open it up for as much dancing, just a total free form.
Hola, 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 hola de la mar. El pueblo se está quemando por pata y agua. El pueblo se está quemando por pata y agua. Hola, 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 hola de la mar. Hola, 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 hola de la mar. El pueblo se está quemando por falta de agua. El pueblo se está quemando por falta de agua. Por falta de agua, por falta de agua. El pueblo se está quemando por falta de agua. Hola, 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 hola de la mar. Hola, 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 dime dónde vas. Hola, 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 hola de la mar. Hola, 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 hola de la mar. El pueblo se está quemando por falta de agua. El pueblo se está quemando por falta de agua. Por falta de agua, por falta de agua. El pueblo se está quemando por falta de agua. Hola, 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 hola